Hey guys, my name is Rami and welcome to Points Pointers. In today's video we have a special guest here, Ben from Credit Shifu. Hello, hey. Welcome. And we're going to talk about some of his best and favorite hotel redemptions using points.
That's right. So in my opinion, hotel redemptions are a great way to kind of get into the points and miles game if you're a beginner, because it's a lot easier, there's no blackout dates, and you typically don't have to accumulate, you know, an astronomical number of points as you need for like a
first class flight or business class flight. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so it's a great introduction to it. So that's why I always recommend it for people who are just starting out. And when I just started out, I did a lot of these hotel redemptions. So this one, the Beverly Hilton, which we'll talk about that a little bit later.
All right.
But first I'll tell you about some of the ones I've done in Asia, because those have been...
yeah, you can tell me W in Taipei and Marriott in Taipei.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So like, so in Taiwan, I went on a trip to Taiwan early 2017 with my wife. And yeah, we had just got the 100,000 sign-up bonus from the Sapphire Reserve.
Okay.
And we'd also got a sign-up bonus from the SPG credit card of 25,000 SPG points.
Okay.
So yeah, the first hotel we stayed in was the Marriott, and the merger had just happened between SPG and Marriott, so you could transfer points between accounts.
So at that time, did the 25,000 points become the multiplied by 3? Or
multiplied by 3.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Good. So you had 75,000.
75,000 Marriott points. So yeah, you couldn't merge accounts yet, but you could transfer. So I transferred 10,000 SPG points to Marriott, which gave me 30,000.
Yeah.
And for 30,000 Marriott points, you can actually book the Marriott Taipei, which is a really nice hotel. It's pretty new, and a lot of the hotels in Asia are like much nicer than
much nicer. And a lot better hospitality and service.
Yeah.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, totally. So like, yeah, you go into that hotel and it's got like a Lamborghini parked outside, and then you go in there and like they have really cool lighting in there. It's like everything's backlit, so there's sort of like light shining on the floor and stuff. You can see it in, you know, in the footage. And the bed is huge. It's like massive bed. So yeah, 30,000 Marriott points for one night. We just stayed there for one night because the next day we were going down to the south of Taiwan, or the middle of Taiwan actually. So yeah, that was a really cool one in Taiwan, the Marriott. I thoroughly recommend that to anyone going there. But my wife's favorite one that we stayed at in Taiwan was the W.
The W, okay.
Yeah, and this is how I used the 100,000 point sign-up bonus from the Sapphire Reserve.
Sapphire Reserve. Okay, so did you book through the portal and use the 1.5% valuation?
Yes, exactly, yeah. So I booked through the portal for that. So I paid 80,000 points for 3 nights. Okay. So I only actually paid for 2 nights, and it's $400 a night, that hotel.
Okay.
So, and the Marriott, by the way, and just in case you're wondering, is $200 a night.
Okay.
The W is in more of a central location in Taipei, right next to Taipei 101, which is...
the tower?
The building, yeah. It used to be the tallest building in the world. So yeah, it was 80,000 points for 3 nights, and when I got there, because I had the SPG card, which gives you SPG Preferred Guest Plus status, which is kind of like a just slightly better. I think they've changed the statuses now to like silver.
They changed, silver, gold, and platinum. Yeah.
Okay, but at that time it was called Preferred Guest Plus, and it probably won't give you an upgrade, but it sometimes does. And that time they did upgrade us to, I think they called it a fabulous room. It's like,
yeah, did you feel that the W was more geared to younger people, right? Yeah, I always feel that with the W.
It's like a nightclub.
Yes, it's like a nightclub. Yeah.
And we joked, there's an elevator you've got to take up to get to the lobby, and it's literally like disco music and flashing lights, and we always thought like if you come back from somewhere like drunk and disorientated, this could make you throw up, and there's no choice. You have to go in that elevator. There's no other way up.
Oh man, so I always feel that way about W hotels, but they're great hotels. I'm sure
they are great. Yeah, they are great. So there's like, the room's really nice. There's like electric curtains. There's a massive bed. You got that white noise machine. Like you wave noises and stuff. The bathroom's very cool. It's like a Japanese toilet that opens up.
Yes, I experienced all of those in Asia.
Yeah, it was really cool, and I really like the pool. And I didn't film it, but they have a really good spa and like saunas and hot tubs and all that kind of stuff. Really cool. So yeah, those were really cool redemptions. And then I can tell you about this redemption as well, which was really cool. So those, the 2 in Taipei were using SPG / Marriott, which is all the same now. But this one obviously was with the Hilton system.
Okay.
So the Beverly Hilton, It's quite a famous hotel. It's where they hold the Golden Globes each year. Yeah, very famous. It's also where Whitney Houston died. In case you're wondering, it was room 434, which...
So make sure you don't stay in that room.
Yeah, if you get that room, tell them you want to move. But apparently they've kind of remodeled it as well, so it's not the same. But
I'm sure they did some deep cleaning.
Yeah. I still wouldn't want to be staying there. Anyway, but it is a lovely hotel. We stayed there for 2 nights. It was after a business trip to LA, and I just extended it a little bit longer, and we did our own thing for a couple of days. And it was 60,000 Hilton Points a night, which isn't that much.
It's not that much, because you can earn Hilton Points pretty fast with the Ascend.
Yeah.
I think it gets like 6 points per dollar on supermarkets, on restaurants, and gas stations also, I believe.
It does, yeah. So it's a great, I call it like a suburban dad card. Okay. You know, like supermarkets, gas, it's this thing. Yeah. And you got the Aspire, right?
Yes, I got the Aspire. It's a $450 annual fee, but you can actually get $250 if you stay at a Hilton per credit per year. $250 back airline credit, the same way that the Platinum works. Okay. So already right there you got $500, and the card is...
And how much points does it earn on stuff?
$14 at 14 points per dollar on Hilton purchases.
Wow.
And 7 points, I think, on restaurants. So you can earn Hilton points really fast. Yeah.
So yeah, this one, 60 points a night for 2 nights. It was 120. When we got there, because of having gold status through the Ascend card, we got upgraded to a room on a higher floor. Okay. And also they give you a little breakfast coupon that gives you complimentary continental breakfast. Okay. And then you can upgrade to the full breakfast, all the hot stuff, for $10 per person.
I find Hilton is probably the best chain for breakfast right? With gold status. You don't have to be the highest, which is diamond, which you actually can get right away just by having that Aspire card. But it's better than Marriott and Hyatt, where they don't give you any breakfast, even if you're like at the tier, like the first tier of status. But Hilton wins in that for sure.
It's great for breakfast, and I think last year I calculated I saved $180. Wow, just for free breakfast.
Okay, I also heard that you were going, you just told me that you were going to Grand Cayman. You're staying at the Ritz Carlton.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, great.
So yeah, that's a redemption that we're doing next week. So starting on Monday, well actually it's probably already happened if this video is going up in a few days time, right?
Probably, yeah.
Or maybe I'm there now.
You're probably there now, yeah.
So yeah, we're starting on Monday and we're going Ritz Carlton. It's an amazing hotel. It's apparently the best hotel in Grand Cayman. If you read the guides, that's what people say. It's on 7 Mile Beach, which is this...
It's a beautiful beach.
It's a beautiful...
I've been there part of a cruise only. I didn't stay at a hotel. Yeah,
so you know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
so it's a beautiful beach.
It's
nice. Like you can see like turtles and starfish and all kinds of stuff. And so yeah, we booked it with 60,000 points per night. So for 3 nights, it's 180,000 Marriott/SPG points. Okay. The first night I booked from my own account. I had 60,000 SPG points, so I booked it. And then the second 2 nights are booked in Mrs. Credit Shifu's name, my wife's account. And hers was a bit more complicated. She had 110,000, which was Marriott points from the sign-up bonus of...
Well, back then it was 100,000 points.
Yes.
Now it's changed down to 75,000.
Yeah, Chase Marriott Premier Rewards card. Okay. Yeah, so when she got it was 100,000. And then I transferred 10,000 points from Chase to my Marriott account, which takes 2 days, in case you're wondering. Okay, and then Marriott allows you to gift up to 100,000 points per year to family members. Yeah. So I just called up and I gifted her 10,000. Okay. And so it made 120,000
for 2 nights.
For 2 nights.
Oh,
yes.
Perfect.
And we're currently waiting because she has the Amex Platinum and she has gold status in SPG. She changed her name recently. Oh. And her Marriott account, the name is already changed. Her SPG account, the name hasn't changed yet. And we've sent all the info in and we're waiting for them to change it so that we can merge the accounts so that she can get Marriott gold status. I don't know whether they're going to do it in time. So we really hope.
Hopefully it happens in time. Maybe might get an upgrade or something. Yeah. That would be great. Yeah.
But yeah, maybe not. So we'll see. We're hoping. All right. And another little pointer actually for this is that while you're waiting to like the way we did it, we had to transfer points over from different places. Yeah. But obviously the availability might go in that time. So we actually called Marriott and you can get them to reserve you a room even if you don't have any points in your account.
Oh, I didn't know you can do that with hotels as well. Okay.
Yeah, so you can do it. So you call them up, call the number on the back of your Chase Marriott card or just number you find on their website, and they'll reserve it for you. And then once you've transferred all the points over, you can call them.
And you have to make sure that they have a specific type of room or something.
Exactly, yeah. So go on the website first and find the one that you want for the amount of points, and then be like, oh yeah, I want that room.
Okay.
And then just don't forget to call them up and say, hey, I want to apply those points to my booking.
Yes.
First,
Otherwise,
before you check in.
Otherwise, you show up and there's no room for you, right?
There'll be a room for you, but you have to pay the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they send like an award certificate to the hotel, and it needs to get there probably before you check in, I think. Yeah, those are my experiences, and if you're new to this, hotel redemptions are a great way to start.
There's definitely a great way to start, and to get a lot more in-depth review of credit cards and points, definitely visit Ben's channel, Credit Shifu. I'll put a link somewhere up here, and it will definitely be in the description.
Cool. Well, thanks for having me, man.
Thank you for being here. Well, you're actually having
my office.
We're actually in his office, but thank you for having me.